Started with a simple text. Hey, I'm on a trip with Emily. Need some rest. Don't worry about me. That was it. No love you, no see you soon. Nothing that felt like home. Just that one sentence. My stomach dropped in a way I couldn't ignore. Emily, her friend, yes, but something in the casual way she said it felt off. I didn't reply immediately. Instead, I stared at my phone, scrolling through our last week together. Every laugh, every argument, every quiet moment in bed. I replayed them like a slideshow of memories now tinged with doubt. I wanted to believe her. I needed to. But my gut tightened every time her name flashed on my phone, and I remembered the small things. The way she'd suddenly hide her screen when I walked by. The way she laughed at messages she didn't want me to see. The little excuses that didn't quite land. I told myself I was overreacting. Paranoid, maybe. But the seed of suspicion had been planted, and it was growing fast. 2 days later, I decided to test it, not to accuse but to know. I sent her a location pin. A place she would never lie about, somewhere I could verify. And then, almost reflexively, I took a selfie. Just me in the living room with the light from the window behind me casting a harsh line across my face. My expression wasn't angry. It was quiet. Calculated. I sent both with a simple line. Have a good trip. I didn't hear back immediately. Hours passed. My phone buzzed and every message made my heart leap or plummet. Then finally a reply. Who's Emily? The panic in her words was undeniable. And just like that, the mask slipped. The confident, carefree tone from her first text disappeared, replaced by a shaky, defensive energy I hadn't heard in months. I didn't respond. I waited. And then came the texts I couldn't ignore. Little confessions hidden in hurried, fragmented sentences. Missed meetings, secret dinners, excuses I'd swallowed whole because I wanted to believe in us. It all came together. The trips she said were work. The late nights she said were errands, the texts she claimed were nothing important. She hadn't just bent the truth. She'd constructed a parallel life in plain sight, one where I was conveniently absent. I felt rage, yes. But more than that, I felt heartbreak. The slow, sinking kind that doesn't announce itself with screams or tears, just a quiet collapse from the inside. I thought of our last Sunday together laughing over pancakes. I thought of the way she'd whispered my name at night. Every memory now had a shadow over it. When I finally confronted her, I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I held up my phone, showed her the location pin in the selfie. The quiet evidence spoke louder than my voice ever could. I know, I said simply. Her face crumpled. Guilt, fear, and something like sorrow flickered across her features. She tried to explain stress, loneliness, excitement, but the words sounded hollow, rehearsed. Not because I wanted her to fail, but because the intimacy of our life together had been broken, replaced by deception. I felt anger, but I also felt clarity. The woman I loved, the one who had whispered promises at night, who had built a life with me, was gone, replaced by someone I didn't recognize. I could forgive, I realized, but I couldn't forget. Not yet. Leaving that evening was quiet. My suitcase was heavy, not just with clothes but with memories. She reached for my hand, eyes brimming, trying to bridge the space I'd created. I pulled away, not cruelly, not with malice, but with the strength of someone who finally understood the truth and refused to let it consume them. On the drive away, I thought of that selfie. Not as a tool of accusation, but as a marker of self-respect. The light on my face, harsh and unflinching, was a reminder that I could stand alone, even when betrayal made the world feel like it was collapsing. In the quiet aftermath, I learned the hardest lesson. Love can be broken, trust can be stolen, but self-respect cannot. It is the one thing that stays when all else is gone. And as the city lights faded behind me, I realized something I hadn't felt in months. A strange, fragile peace. Not joy, not forgiveness, just the knowledge that I had faced the truth, held my ground, and would rebuild from the pieces she left behind. The trip she claimed was meant to rest and escape had revealed the opposite. It had shown me who I really was, and for the first time in a long time, who I truly could be.